It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show. That's TS.
And that's Sasha.
And it is the Cool Nerd Weed Show, indeed, on Adobe Radio, live on Adobe Radio. As a matter of fact, we are live. And if you're listening to this later on, just know that we were live. just believe us,
live
please.
And lit.
Yeah, and litty titty. And we packed a whole ass bong before we started.
Seconds before.
Yes, like professionals. But I wanted to finish the joint that we had started before. Follow us on Twitter, Cool Nerd Weed, and everywhere else. Just like search Cool Nerd Weed Show. You will find us. It will be hard. Yeah, we're hard not to find.
We're the only thing that pops up.
Yeah, there's nothing else called the Cool Nerd Weed Show, right? Or isn't there something that like there was like a random thing?
There was,
that was called that.
We've taken over the top 25 spots. No, there was another weed nerd.
Oh, weed nerd. Okay.
It was
okay.
like subcool. So
respect
to
subcool. Always,
as the original
never
weed nerd.
Never any disrespect, of course. But of course, speaking of which, did you catch that Super Bowl yesterday?
Yes, I did.
And if you're listening later on in time, just know that the Super Bowl was yesterday. And it was a big day for us in LA. And also for weed, because Snoop Dogg, before he went up and crip walked in his hometown, hometown, and he fucking lit up. He lit up so hard before he went on stage.
It was awesome. Where was that? Was that like in one of the owner's boxes? Where did he get caught? Like somebody snapping pictures, took a video.
It looked like it was like right backstage.
Yeah, totally.
Like it looked like it was like.
I thought he was like hanging over like outside.
Like right about to go on. Like it looked like he was like, Oh,
but then they zoomed in. There was pictures of him, and he still had a blunt in his hand
when he was on stage. I just love it. I love it so much. And it was just like it was so nice to watch. Just like, it felt like kind of. It was I felt very emotional, and I wasn't even that high, I think, by the time it was halftime. But I just thought it was really cool. It was like a really cool thing for people our age to see, and also like I thought it must have been cool for them themselves just to be smoking weed during the Super Bowl and playing like all the hits and
in Englewood,
making their kids in Englewood, like
to no good.
Not even like on like home ground, like where they're the most comfortable. What made them literally the place that made them. All of them, and then it was really cool to see Eminem come as pretty much kind of the outsider from Detroit. I guess Mary J. Blige isn't from out here, but she can definitely pass. She can pass, yeah. But then he took a knee, which I thought was really fucking rad. Of course, in solidarity with
Colin Kaepernick.
Yep. All I could think of was fuck the NFL. But yesterday, for 15 minutes, I did not think fuck the NFL. I thought this was pretty cool.
And
weed was involved, and that made me feel good too.
NFL's caught up in some shit. They're trying to get better politically, but that's for another show.
That is for a whole other show.
Snoop Dogg was smoking.
Probably a different channel. And what we were happy about was to see the weed and to see like all that stuff represented, and it made us feel good. Made us feel good little nerds.
We were right there with them.
We weren't far. We were in Hollywood, the other wood.
It was a ruckus. It was a ruckus in the neighborhood for sure.
Yeah. We were safe. I mean, I'm by the bowl, so I was good. You scooted home. TS came over and barbecued for me and my husband. and brought me like a bunch of weed, and my husband was like, why can't you guys like something I like? He was like, why can't you work at a donut store? I was like, sorry. It's true. We do enjoy being in our biz because it just so happens that we enjoy partaking in weed.
We got some
yeah, you had the Malibu.
Came through.
Wait,
fire.
What was the Doja Cat commercial last night? Because I'm going to go back to Courtney Love.
The Doja Cat commercial?
The Doja Cat Courtney Love song.
Oh. I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out earlier, and then we got distracted.
Celebrity. Yeah, it was Celebrity Skin.
Okay.
I'll play it. Hold on.
All right.
Are you going to sing it?
I'm going to sing the whole thing. Oh, God. Word for word.
Let me just find it before you sing it.
In perfect pitch.
Oh, look, this is Doja Cat's version.
Okay, I want to hear it.
Wait, I don't know if I can play a lot of it. I'll just play a little bit of it. Oh, make me over. It's so much better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, oh my God. It already comes out so sexy. You're like,
so
oh
much
my
better.
God.
It's so much better.
It moved as soon as I heard her voice.
Well, Doja she's something else. She's something special.
She is.
As TS would say about good weed. The reason I brought Courtney Love up, you will understand all of this, is because of the Malibu Gold. She also has a song called Malibu. And the Malibu Gold, did you follow my train of thought, TS?
Of course. I'm pretty sure I posted something.
You did.
That's
why I did it, because you posted it with that song.
Oh, yeah.
So not like I stalk your Instagram or anything, but yeah. You may have done it on the Cool Nerd Weed Show.
I did.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
that's how social media works.
I must be pretty high. I'm like, we're 10 minutes in and I haven't said a fucking word. Yeah. So social media posts on Cool Nerd Weed Show Instagrams. This beautiful piece of jazz. Look at that. That piece of jazz cabbage. Is it working? Does it look good?
It totally works.
Yeah, it looks good. That looks good. It looks even better in person. What I mean to say is that the video does it no justice.
Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar, what is that? You started to tell me and I cut you off immediately because I was like, this is amazing.
It was. It's Master Kush crossed with SFVOG.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you said. You texted me that as well.
I was very excited.
You were excited about it. And I am excited. Let's try it. You want to try it now? Did you pack it?
Yeah, it's packed.
Oh, you smoked it already.
I
you
did.
Piece of S. Okay, so while I'm smoking that, we're going to talk about our stories for today. So today is the Valentine's Day. Here.
Yes, it is.
That is the time of year it is right now. We're not going to make the whole freaking show about it because a lot of people don't like Valentine's Day. We were saying before the show, people, I feel like people didn't like Valentine's Day for as long as I've been alive. People are just like, ugh, I hate it. It's so Hallmark. It's like Hallmark holiday. Oh my God, it's so Hallmark. It's like so manufactured in heaven. It's a commercial. It's just to sell chocolates and cards. And I'm like, yeah, but whatever. I mean, I don't care either way. I don't I've never been either here nor there on it. I like some chocolates. I like flowers, but I don't need I don't know. I was always, when I was younger, I was always like, why is it just today that you're sending this person?
See,
I want flowers every goddamn day.
That's my whole point.
Yeah.
That's what, when you're...
Yes, I mean, you need to...
When you're...
You broke my chair, guys.
Oh, no. When you're... I spread love and cheer all year long was my whole point before I broke the chair. And
you wouldn't know it.
I spread love and cheer all year round.
You do.
And this Malibu Gold.
Wow.
Julius Caesar.
Wow.
It brings you back to a better day.
Sure does.
Of cannabis consumption. It was delicious.
Indeed.
When was the last time anybody had a Master Kush?
I don't even know. I don't know.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
I mean, even if I don't know.
Two great tastes that taste great together.
Oh, man. This is very nice. I'm going to do a little maybe hit and then we'll okay, so we're going to talk about Valentine's Day things. Okay, so the thing today is that, you hang out with a loved one and you get romantic. Again, why can't this be done any other day of the week? We don't know. It's just February 14th is some made up day that weirdo people decide. And also, like, I don't know, candy goes on sale and weed goes on sale too. I'm just praying. You had hella deals.
We need.
Like the weed had mad deals. I remember I'd get all dressed up.
Yeah.
It would be so busy. And Uprocks has this fun little, thing, blog up. Uprocks does really good weed content. If you ever want weed content and you want to know how the Cool Nerd Weed Show does their prep, go to uprocks.com. They're pretty rad. So these are like, it's true. Weed is a really great thing to do with your sweetie. My sweetie just so happens to not smoke weed. My best friend does, so that cancels it out. Like yesterday, like Chris didn't smoke any weed, but you and I smoked all the weed and drank all the tequilas, and that was enough for me.
He probably got a little contact.
He did. He was very tired.
It was cloudy in here.
It was.
It was cloudy.
We hot box for sure. But anyways, we've been with people who don't smoke. Most people don't smoke as much as we do. So that's, but when you can share it with your sweetie, it is kind of nice. It is kind of nice to be able to do that. And it's a nice little ritual. However, this also, all of these strains, and I will find a flip side to every, reason why it's good for a couple, is good for some solo love too. You light yourself some candles, put yourself in the tub or your comfortable vehicle of choice, and you fucking hang out and you love on yourself, whatever that means to you. This is only a 1X rated show. Are you blushing?
Well, I was like, what does 1X mean? Like a brown bunny?
Yeah.
That was 1X. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, like, if we were triple X, then I would be able to go into detail.
You can go into great detail.
But it's only the Cool Nerd Weed Show after dark. It's not. It's the kids are in bed, but I don't want to make the parents blush either. You know what I mean? This isn't Howard Stern.
This is, it's a bit of a.
But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You
got to take time for yourself too.
Weed. I will say also, weed used to. It still does. Weed could give me, could get something stirring down below the belt. If that's what Valentine's Day means to you. I don't know why I'm trying to be like so politically correct right now. The fucking podcast. I'm being so like.
I think most people think it's a guaranteed day for couples who never have sex.
For sure. And weed is very good to help
with that. Yeah.
With that. That's my point. Is like weed is very helpful with that. Or by yourself.
It's a guarantee that I'll be by myself this year.
You're here with me.
Wait a minute. Join me later for after dark.
Let's talk about
strains. What are the strains that are good for connecting with your loved one and your partner? Wedding cake, specifically.
Oh my God.
Cannabiotics wedding cake. We've had this.
We have.
Nice hybrid, crossed with animal mints, triangle kush. The mints really gets you going. That triangle for that relaxation. Just and it's got that. What was we were talking about the cake? So much. We were talking about the cake strains for good loving.
We were. We do always find that like every time we talk about our cannabis and sex situations, that cake is always like involved. I love wedding cake so much, but like
those citrus notes.
It's heavy, so for sure. This is why I like you that you can use this for your alone time too, because sometimes I just like to smoke like heavy indica and like let my mind go where my mind's gonna go to love on myself.
Let your imagination take over.
because loving yourself is just as important.
Yes, it is.
So the next one is 22 Red. Now this is the homies. We go back with 22 Red. Way back.
Way back to the beginnings. The beginning of time.
Yes, the beginning of time. This is a hybrid. Strange Love.
I haven't had this one
yet.
No,
I haven't.
But what did I say? It's Gelato 33 and Kush Mints. Again, the Kush Mints is back. Here's a...
So those minties.
Those minty strains. That was Animal Mints, Kush Mints. They're sisters. High potency. Smooth.
And gelato too. Gelato's pretty sexy.
Yeah.
You know, these are good hybrids that like also they're like pretty high potency. So, you know, if you're like on a Valentine's Day like first date, which why? But it happens, you know? It happens.
Does.
It gets you like comfy, you know, like you're like, I don't know, more comfortable to be yourself and show who you really are. And if you're by yourself,
I will be showing myself how I really am.
I don't know why you saying this is making me laugh. Okay, a Golden State.
A Golden
is the next
State.
One on this list.
We've had this. We've had the
Night Sky. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Very nice. I do believe it. It was delicious. And I think I remember it being a good strain for some like nice, you know.
It's very relaxing.
Yeah.
Sedative
again,
sort of vibe.
Just kind of chill, no pressure. No pressure on anybody for anything. Just hang out with each other. It's like a nice like, I mean, I guess like I kind of remember this being like, yeah, like just like kind of like a nice little blanket. A nice warm sweater.
So you know, it's warm sweater while you're naked.
Yeah, and if you're alone, it's like a warm robe. Like when you treat yourself to a hotel, you know, and you're like, I'm so sad. Yeah. I'm just gonna like go stay at a hotel. Anybody do that? Sometimes I do that. And there's like the robes.
I use all the robes.
Oh my God, me too. Of course. They're always gonna be great.
I might even still have a few.
Oh yeah, I'm never brave enough to take them. But
somebody probably paid for them.
Those.
Thank you, Interscope.
Yeah, 30th anniversary of Interscope, and they just come looking for you. In the middle
Adobe
of like,
gets a letter that of all the hotel from the Ritz-Carlton bathrobes that I have in my possession.
They might.
Here's another favorite. We tried this too. We were drawn to this strain. The Insane.
Oh yeah, we love
the Honeymoon.
Yeah, we were. We were like obsessed. Like we were like obsessed with this, with getting our hands on this.
And then I thought it wasn't what we thought it was. We thought it was another cake strain or something.
Well, it is, isn't it? Like a. Oh no, it's just this says it's similar.
It's
We did think it was
similar,
like this the. I don't know what we thought it was. It was like one of those ones that like. The strain name like confused us, I think, or something, or maybe it wasn't. I don't know because it's just called Honeymoon. I don't know. You're right. There was something that confused us for a minute, but I remember we were like obsessed with getting our hands
on the Insane
in it. It was good. I mean, it's really good. Does it say? It just says it's euphoric. So it's kind of like, so this is kind of like heighten your sensitivity. Yeah, I see what it's saying. Like it makes you feel a little like, you know, when dogs smoke weed and they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And they're like looking around. My dog just wheelers. Like, and they're kind of like just like darting around. I think that's kind of what it means. So if you have a long night to go, you just started your night. If like you're with TS and I and you're double dating and you know you're going to be smoking all night. Start out with this one so you don't get too tired. Or if you're alone
and you're in it for the long haul, like you want a really good personal
your night
session
with like the first Lord of the Rings or something. I don't know why that.
Did you say Lord of the Rings?
No.
Oh, we just got another X added to our. It's double X right now.
Okay, moving on. Is that real? Is that a thing?
I'm gonna have to get the. I don't know. I think so. You can't just go straight to triple.
No, not double. I meant the load of the rings.
Oh, probably. Patent pending.
Oh God. Oh dear God. Okay, so next, Wonder Bread. It's our favorite.
Oh yeah, and this is one of our favorite strains.
Yes.
Probably ever.
And like, oh God, we love this strain so much. We love it so much.
We actually have one of them right here.
We do. Well, we love our Wonder Bread very much. We're like very big fans, like unabashed, crazy fans of Wonder Bread. We have a problem. And
so yeah, this is
no surprise.
The Sunset Orange.
Okay, careful. My dog is going to be underneath your feet, so
okay,
don't move.
Sunset Orange. Which is a cross between banana.
The orange sunset. Banana. So this was the whole thing that we went to. That was the peach.
That was peach.
Peach OZ. But they had orange sunset, didn't they?
They paired orange sunset with one of the courses, and then they paired the orange banana with one of the courses too.
Oh yeah. Oh God. This is orange banana and OG Kush. So it's like, again, our fucking favorite things. So good. Yes.
You got me one of these for my birthday.
And yeah. These are. I tried to get you as much Wonder Bread as I could for your birthday. Wonder Bread is a very sexy weed to get your significant other if they like weed. If you show up with some Wonder Bread in your flower bouquet, you are fucking.
It's almost like a blue box. Given a blue box.
100%. All day.
You're probably guaranteed some.
Wonder Bread is the strain for some lovin's. And there's all sorts of good terpenes in Wonder Bread. Like they make sure. So there's sexy stuff in terpenes. And doesn't have to be sexy or with anybody else. It just has to make you feel good, I guess. I don't know why. I just don't want you to feel pressure. You don't have to feel pressure to get laid on Valentine's Day or be with somebody. Nobody should feel pressure. But
here's some things that help you along.
Indeed. So the next one is, we only have a few more minutes, so we might not get through all of them.
Yeah.
Oh no, we will. The next one is double chem. What is this?
Where?
Fume?
I don't know. I've never had that one. Fume.
Jackie Bryant. I don't know what this is.
Where are they?
I guess Northern California.
Okay.
Napa Valley.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right, I like where this is going.
Some Indo.
Double OG. Double Chem OG.
Well, I would be interested in this.
For sure.
And it seems it's like a body. I mean, Chem, if it's Chem Dog. I love Chem Dog.
It's an OG cross with Chem Dog.
That sounds like something we would definitely be into. Somebody point us to Fume. There's a little accent
over the
it says it's Snuggleweed. That's what Uprock said. I love Snuggleweed.
And they're Napa, so that sounds good. Why don't we have this?
Find it.
I'm going to. Send us some.
We must find.
There. We might have to take a trip to Napa.
So the next one is, again, Jackie Bryant, same strain, I guess, from Green Lantern, which is from Humboldt County. We know Green Lantern.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Classic NorCal.
Yeah. Yeah.
NorCal
Cookies,
strain.
I guess, has taken them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what it says here on the old internet-ola. Wow, and Jackie Bryant's I guess Jackie Bryant's the strain if you want to be touchy. Jackie Bryant.
Jackie Bryant. Okay.
Seems like the last three strains are that.
All right. Okay. The green. I've been seeing Green Lantern all over the place recently.
We haven't tried that.
But we haven't because I don't know, because everything that was named like Green Lantern or Green Dragon was just sort of generic. NorCal weed back in the day. So that's why. But, prove me wrong.
Well, I believe
them.
That they know what they're talking about here.
It looks beautiful.
Who knows? Isn't it weird when you see... I'm kind of blown away that, like, because the next one that Sweet Jackie has recommended, Emerald Spirit Botanicals. Farm Cut. Do you know what that is?
It's the Farm Cut.
Emerald Spirit Botanicals. Why don't we know these things? We're supposed to know every single brand in all of California.
These are NorCal. These are some NorCal strains.
What's happening?
Harmony Rose. I've been seeing the Harmony Rose. Some rose strains popping around. I know. What is going on?
Yeah. I have also been seeing some rose strains. Who recommended
It looks like it's a ratio. That's good for people. For a first time user.
Yes.
Maybe your partner.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Thank you for that. Yeah. Good catch there.
Get a little 1-to-1.
What a great recommendation, from Emerald Spirit Botanicals. Rose, the rose strains have been. I guess I don't know if those are CBD or ratioed strains.
No, but Harmony Rose. The rose always. It's like rosé. It always. But maybe maybe they mixed some CBD strains with the rose strains. I don't know. It sounds delicious. Somebody patent pending.
Yeah. And then this one, No Till Kings. No Till. You've tried this?
I've seen it around, but I haven't tried it.
I've seen this logo.
It's very much a natural way to grow if you're growing no till.
Oh, I guess I was looking at
it's in living soil. That's going to be delicious. Cookies and cream too. It looks
really good. I mean,
anything grown in living soil is grown with a lot of care.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it looks like, if this is like
something sweet, damn, it's
this looks really good.
It's
but this is like a nice sweet. Oh yeah, Starfighter.
And this was bred by exotic genetics. Okay. I'm given to the no-till kings. Damn. All right.
I've been liking the exotic genetics quite a bit.
You bring this to your partner who is into yoga and organic food.
Yeah, this is a nice sweet
treat. This is a little sweet treat.
It's like a nice sweet smoothie. Yeah. Well, that was that. Thank you to Jackie and Dane and I don't know who other. I was trying to name the people who was recommending these things. Like it reminded me of like a video, like when you go to the video store and it's recommended by. So thank you, Uproxx people. That's what I was trying to say. And also, we have tried most of these things, but not all of these things. So we should, get to cracking. And if you are alone or by yourself, these are great strains to make you feel like, love in your heart.
Is that my heart?
We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, I don't know. We're not talking about like the happiest stuff when we come back. When we come back, we're gonna be a little cranky. So, just get something to smoke. Yeah, we'll be right back.
Gummies, 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 I got gummies. Do you want some gummies? It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show.
Does it?
So gross.
It is, but it's very funny. It's very funny. It is the Cool Nerd Weed Show, and that's TS.
And that's Sasha.
And we're back. We're back onto the show. And you'd think we were huffing and puffing for the last half of the show, because, I don't know, things aren't looking so good, as the great Chris Cornell has once said. I also am not making any sense. I'm not even high today. Maybe I am high. I keep saying that. I'm probably extremely high.
We were trying to get you focused enough to do our TikTok. When I say focused, I mean high enough.
Yeah, high. That's what we're. Yeah, focused is not the word.
I need to get focused.
Yeah, we're trying to get me high enough. So maybe because I wanted to look high for the TikTok. If I go to @actually Sasha or Cool Nerd Weed Show on Instagram, because TikTok won't let us post our TikToks, so we have to post them.
We can't do anything
to Instagram because cannabis. So I did have to get high, so I am not really making a lot of sense, and I apologize for that. I'm gonna apologize for that live on the air. Okay, are you happy?
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about serious stuff now. New York and New Jersey. I don't know, man. I really thought once things started happening and they legalized things, I really thought that they'd go quick, because New York and New Jersey in particular, because there's a lot of money to be made, and I thought that would be the only thing they would care about, because, that's what most states care about when they get weed to be legalized. But man, have they not been able to get it together.
Not at all.
Now, that's not to say we didn't go to... Now, I've been hearing some things. We went to New York and had a pleasant experience. Please go find that episode. I think it's the Nerds About... No, it's not the Nerds About Town. I forgot what it's called, but...
The Nerds Take Manhattan or something.
No, I don't think it's that. It's no, it's East Coast Love You.
Yes,
Go find East Coast Love You. That's a very fun and happy podcast about New York and such. And I have heard people who are in New York now are it's much easier for them to be getting their medical card, and that's been much more accessible. However, dispensaries are slim pickings and just not offering anything that's useful. So, there's a lot to be desired. That's our experience. Now, what's happening now is licenses still are nowhere to be found.
There's no licensing. And
so it's legal, but you just can't buy it. We found that dispensary, and it was open at that time.
It was totally open. There was no
That's not to say it's gonna.
There wasn't any loopholes or gifting or anything. No. It was just. We
didn't have to say anything different. We didn't have to be you're donating and don't exchange money.
Yeah, we put the money in the bowl. None of that.
No, exactly. Yeah, this is a religion.
It wasn't religious freedom. It
wasn't religious freedom.
It was our cannabis concierge. So I don't know what.
I just think that's
That's just a
term.
I like it.
Me too. I love it.
So the other end of that is the gifting method,
which we've talked about, which we're going to talk about again.
Yeah. So
take it away.
You go into there's a sticker store in New York. Where was it? Somewhere in upstate New York, and you go in and you buy a sticker.
Right.
It's got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle on it. And then you get inside your bag with the sticker that you've just purchased for, I don't know, maybe around $50.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with a little gift of green flowers for you.
It could be THC rich.
THC rich flower. They're not selling you. You're not.
Your T-shirt might be $60 or $120, or your sticker or whatever it is that you have purchased.
But it comes with a free gift.
So there's that, and that we whatever we're part of an era where that shit is very cool and important and all that stuff. But go ahead.
Yeah, the city, it's important to be out there, and you want to be the first ones out there, and you're brave enough to actually do it in this legal gray area. Mm-hmm. But the city and the state and the Cannabis Regulatory Committee says no more.
Yeah, of course not. More. I mean, there's no way they were going to let that slide, that, because that's, I mean, a lot of states kind of tried to do that a little bit where it was a gray area. We're talking about DC and stuff for a second, where it was the gifting thing, and New York tried to do it over in Washington Square Park or something, or Union Square. I don't even know where it was before all of these things started, the dispensary thing started. But yeah, it just I did not think they were gonna let the gifting thing slide. They're saying we have an obligation to protect New Yorkers. It has nothing to do with protecting New Yorkers from illegal.
No, not at all.
Illegal weed. That's craziness.
Figure it out, New York. The Office of Cannabis Management sent out a bunch of letters telling everybody. That's what they do. They always try. They try to get you to shut down with the cost of a stamp and a legal letter. So that'll shut down a few people.
Yeah.
It's a few people and others are going to be no. It's not happening.
Yeah.
You guys got to figure out what you're going to do, and we're going to fight you.
Yeah.
And you could get raided eventually. Hopefully New York will figure it out before that happens.
yeah, like some people, yeah, like you said, some people are like, they want to, when it goes legal, or when the license, not when it goes legal, when the licenses are actually finally given out, those people are not going to want to like, ruffle any feathers. So they're going to close up shop because they want a license when it like is finally allowed. And it's so fucking hard to get licenses, that like, I don't know. I do feel like, it's just one of those silly situations where there's like gray area and the little man is not moving fast enough for the big man to like get them, so what happens? There's no access.
You shut down the access and you delaying the process even further. A few of these owners said that they would shut down even though they haven't received letters yet.
Because they want licenses.
They want licenses.
When it finally does happen.
It's just grandfather a few in. It's temporary licensing. Temporary emergency licensing.
Yeah. No, I mean,
everybody's license at first was temporary. Everybody.
Yeah, well, the next guy basically is saying like the gray area, is. I don't know if that was you or me. The gray area is where like the only way that he can exist because he doesn't really have the money to pay for a license once licensing is out there, which has also been a problem out here.
That has been an issue for sure.
So, I think, yeah, there's no like if that's what like the state thinks is. They're doing by like sending out cease and desists. They think they're discouraging the market. I mean, that's not really what's happening. You're just kind of edging people towards
to stay in the black market.
Yeah, only like 1 in 10 people are going to be like that one guy who's like, well, I want a license. Like like most people are going to be like, fuck that, fuck off. I'm going to we need
money to get licensing, and this is how we're going to
give
operate,
people access because you don't have your shit together. So very quickly, we'll talk about New Jersey, another place that has been disappointing in the cannabis space. It was supposed to be legal like by the end of like this month or some shit, or not legal. I keep saying that. It was supposed to be available. Dispensaries were supposed to like open up. They accepted their applications. Like everything was like
back in December, good to
go. And like I still like don't even understand like what the problem is. What is the problem? Oh, there's like some holdup.
Here's one thing that they're saying. This is delaying the rollout of in New Jersey. It's because they say that they're going to run out for their medical. They want enough for their medical people, and they think that opening it up right now there'll be supply chain issues, which sounds. It sounds like they care, but
I don't know. I have a question. So I have questions.
There's a lot of questions. Why can't they be the same suppliers?
Right. That's how it works.
Now? Like it's the same supplier.
Yeah. That's like that sounds like kind of like bull jazz to me. I don't know. It's basically like it just sounds made up, but it can't be, right?
That's what they say. That's what the politicians are saying. The powers that be. They started accepting the applications in December for all cultivators manufacturing. And when are they actually able to start?
That's what I'm trying to see. There's another article I just found that like doesn't even like it really doesn't give much hope. It doesn't say what's going to happen, like, because the deadline's, it's the end of the month. So, and they're saying like,
if nobody was issued a cultivation license,
they're also saying, it's like not only the supply chain, but also that like they're really trying to put focus on prioritizing social equity applicants. But it almost sounds like, that like cheating husband who was like, oh no, I was just out working a second job and giving my clothes to homeless people. And you know what I mean? Like, that's why I was home late and have no clothes or something, I don't know. Like it sounds like
it's
something too nice.
Suspicious.
It's
very
sus.
Suspicious.
But okay. Okay. I'm not going to question it, but I am annoyed. That still both of these states, New York is like more annoying. New York, I'm like not even like impressed by. I mean, I loved our experience, but if that stops, I'm going to be super annoyed.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It was totally civilized. Anybody that would walk in there, any official that would walk into the experience we had at, what was it? Empire Cannabis?
Empire Cannabis Club.
Yes. And would be like, this is so civilized. Let's just give them a license. If every place can operate like that, then you have your model right there.
Yes. Okay. Well, we're going to take a break.
Rule the world.
Yes. If you were president. We're going to take a break because I want enough time to talk about the Sha'Carri Richardson thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Unless you want to say more stuff about.
No, Sha'Carri.
Okay.
It's Olympic time. We need to talk about this.
It's true. But get it together, New York and New Jersey. Nerds, we're over it.
The nerds will be right back. It's never too late to join the sesh.
Pass that here.
The final Huff and Puff with TS and Sasha.
Fucked it up. It's the final Huff and Puff. It's a little bit extended today. Not like anybody probably ever notices that, but it's going to be a little longer today. So you have time. So you have time to smoke more and to hit that post. Follow us on Twitter, Cool Nerd Weed. Everywhere else, just search us. Just Google it. Just put it in your search engine of choice. Cool Nerd Weed Show. And so it is the Olympics. I have not watched a goddamn minute of it. I'm not protesting it. I don't love the Olympics, to be honest with you. I think they're a big shim and a big fucking hot mess. And, again, another show and a whole other show, please. And thank you. But I definitely my interest has waned because of the craziness. And I don't know. It's just been a bummer for me, but people still enjoy it, and you pop it on here and there.
I do. I watched the Mono Bob.
You did? How was that?
That was interesting. A one-person bobsled.
Sure.
And I watched the scouting. I think it's
good stuff.
I love somebody going 75 miles an hour on a sled.
The Winter Olympics are fun as hell. I mean, there's so many fun.
There's snowboarding.
Yeah, snowboarding's fun.
I don't know.
I used to love watching ice skating too. Like that was I was into it. So some of the shit they can do is crazy. And apparently you can just do it by taking drugs. So so if you are watching the Olympics and you're paying attention to anything, you've seen the story of the Russian skater who there's a huge doping hullabaloo, didn't pass a drug screening test in December. There was we didn't know if she was going to compete or not, and it actually turns out she can compete after not passing this drug test.
Yes.
Okay, so if she wins, she can't
Oh yeah, if she wins, she can't have a medal ceremony.
Right,
but she's actually allowed to compete.
She's allowed to compete, so that's. She's also 15, so she's a child. That is neither here nor there. It is just something to note that she probably didn't take this on her own. That has nothing to do with the story that we're talking about. I just feel like it should be said. So. Now, not long ago, we did a whole special show on this because we were so fucking pissed off about this. We did a whole extended Huff and Puff. We did a live on Instagram about it. We were so mad. So Sha'Carri Richardson, you talk now because I feel like I've been talking for a long time.
Sha'Carri Richardson is watching the Olympics because she's an athlete and
an elite
athlete, and she's pissed, and she actually she tweeted out, "Can we get a solid answer on the difference between her situation and mine? My mother died. I can't run. I was also favored to place top three. The only difference I see is that I'm a black young lady."
And then she tweeted, "It's all in the skin," and it's legit as hell. Especially concerning drugs, the war on drugs is a racist war. That is beginning period and post credits. That is what it is. And she absolutely has every right to be angry And to also note that THC is literally not a performance enhancing drug. So not only was she held to a different standard for no fucking reason other than racism's, she was also, so weed was also held to a different standard that was absolutely based in racism and incorrect. Because while the drug that the Russian skater consumed it was a heart medication that wasn't cleared because it's like probably like Adderall, I would assume, or like Viagra or whatever, like where it makes your shit run.
If you need it for you to make your heart run, then it helps your heart run. But if you need it to, if you don't need it, then it will help your heart perform to a higher level. And that is part of doping and performance enhancing drug, like to a T, like it's on the list of performance enhancers.
And I was and I noted that the Russian girl was a minor, and I noted that because that is the reason they're using. They're saying it's because she was a minor, and it's stupid, and they're saying like it wasn't racist because she was a minor. Like that like makes any sense at all.
Within like the World Doping Agency and the Russian Anti-Doping Agency, there's like, because she's 15, she's protected somehow. She's considered a protected person. So the penalties are less for a protected minor.
But she used a drug that is actually performance enhancing, and that like, I don't know. There's just so much wrong with this. Like there's just so much wrong with it, and I think. Like definitely like
it's another black eye for the Olympics.
100%. That's why like it's like so, like not even fun anymore to enjoy it. And like Sha'Carri absolutely should have been running, and weed absolutely should not be on the banned list of things to consume. I like even the football player who was the Heisman that we want to get on the show,
Ricky Williams.
He was on Bill Maher and just this last week and was talking about like his experiences and stuff like that, and how like, you know, all of the players are on Adderall, all of them, and maybe they all have ADD, but I have to assume it's because Adderall is great at making you run quick. You know what I mean? I can tell you that.
Staying focused.
100%. Stay focused. Focus on like all of the things. If you are allowed to take that, because he said that he was like they had us all on Adderall, is how I think he said it, or they have them all on Adderall. So he made it sound like this is what is being prescribed to these athletes from their medical advisors,
medical trainers. Yeah.
So that can happen. But he got suspended. He got in trouble and left the league because he tested positive for weed. So just help me understand how this is acceptable and just like not talked about in okay.
This is unacceptable.
Okay, thank you.
This is unacceptable, and we're here to talk about it. And we thought that after Sha'Carri Richardson's suspension,
she was bringing about change.
It was going to bring about some changes.
Yes,
and it has brought up some changes.
Sure. The NFL's not drug testing anymore or whatever.
No, they're making changes, and the NFL's making changes. But then this comes along,
right?
And it's just what the fuck.
And you do have to like look back and see like where this is based on. You know, what is this based off of? And I feel like it's so many levels of bias and so many levels of wrong and a misunderstanding, like a misuse of not understanding, like a misuse of like it's just such a shame. It's a misuse of justice. Like the fact that this poor 15-year-old girl is like doped up in the first place, and Sha'Carri can't even smoke weed after her mom passes away, and she can't compete and do her sport that she's trained her whole life for, you know, and like what a fucked up thing to do to these really talented fucking gladiators, you know, like superior fucking physical ability. Like, let's just like pummel them until they hate this. Let's just make them like hate their jobs, and that makes me sad. That makes me sad for the Olympics, and it makes me sad for weed. Not sad for doping though. You shouldn't dope.
Don't be a dope.
No, drugs are dope. It's not cool. It's not fun. And there have been some changes with drug testing for weed, which is fine. Sha'Carri has said that like she's proud of that. And NFL players like don't even like face the possibility of being suspended over any drug now. You can do anything.
You could do any as long as it's prescribed by a doctor.
And they'll like face a fine.
And then there's like various fines. It's like maybe a minor suspension, and then if you're a repeat offender. But they've raised the parameters of everything. It was brought up that some NFL athletes were on Adderall before, and they tested positive, and they're like, no, we have prescriptions for this, and they were like, okay, that's it.
Yeah, it's messed up, man.
It's a mess.
It is. Yeah, it's a shame, and it makes me sad. It makes me sad that like, yeah, it's just like, it's not, banning weed is not understanding what weed is. Banning weed from the substance list for athletes is not understanding what weed is, especially for athletes like, I mean, not especially, but in the case that, it can actually help aid some of the injuries that you sustain from your sport, like CTE or pain in any way. Since there's so much to be said about that, and cutting athletes off from the access to that is very cruel. So I don't know why we think it's performance enhancing when it only helps.
When do they actually get tested? Don't they, if Olympians are competing and they win, don't they have to pee in a cup almost immediately?
I have no idea.
After?
I don't know.
And how long do these things that the Russian skater tested positive for live in your system? Is she still on them? I have so many questions for the Olympic Committee.
Yeah, there's questions. All we know is that it's unfair, and Sha'Carri should have been running, and we should not be on the list. Please, it is not performance enhancing. Not even like joking around. It's not. I mean, for me, it's not, a lot of people do work out and then smoke. I don't do that. And when people work out and smoke, they're not like running marathons and like playing like lots and lots of football. They're smoking like mad blunts, trust me. Okay, that is our show. Thank you so much for listening to us. And I hope wherever anybody is, they're having a very wonderful Valentine's Day, even if you're alone. And follow us on Twitter at Cool Nerd Weed and everywhere else at Cool Nerd Weed Show. And
don't panic.
It's organic.
Yeah, we want to thank you so much for being a beautiful audience. Thank you very much. We'll be back real soon. Y'all take care, and remember, unity forever, please.